Alright guys, let's get another practice round in. I'm going to use the blue-yellow Nami versus the red Luffy from the Learn Together set. And let's get started. Alright. So for Nami, let's see what the hand looks like so far. Two Zoros. Alright. I think I can make this work for right now. So I think I'm gonna keep this hand. And then for my red Luffy, so we got a koala. You see that Sanji, his effect is on play. I think I'm gonna keep it. Alright, so let's draw Dawn and we'll go ahead and play. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep the chopper. That would give me a 2K counter, and honestly, it doesn't really matter because I'm probably not gonna get this low on the deck. But we'll return the cards like that, and end the turn. That's all I can really do for that one. So for Luffy, draw the card, draw our Dawn. Okay, we have another Sanji. Alright. Okay. We'll go ahead and play Koala and end the turn. Okay, so now with this turn, Nami will be able to attack. So we'll draw a card, draw our Dawn. Got another 1K counter for this turn. Okay, so since we have 3 Dawn, only thing I could do is this, but I can't really do anything with it right now. Because I'm not going to have enough Dawn to play the card and use the effect. So what I'll do instead is okay, so Capone has 2K power. At most I can give him 2. I mean, I guess I could give him all 3 Dawn and forego Nami's effect this round, and that would allow me to swing twice. Yeah, I can do that. I might try it that way. Because right now I do kind of like the cards in my hand, so I really wouldn't want to trash them anyway. So yeah, I'll give all of my Dawn right here and attack into Luffy. No blocker, goes off the attack. Okay. Looks like no trigger effect. And I'll use Nami's action. I'm starting to like that the blue allows me to gain a card every turn, or whenever a life card leaves a life area. I'm starting to like that. I see where it can be beneficial. that was an interesting card. That's an interesting card. So with that, I'll go ahead and attack with Nami into Luffy. 5 for 5. Luffy does not have a blocker. We'll use that to counter out and end the turn. So now it goes back to Luffy. Draw the card. Draw the dome. Okay. Let's see. So we have 4 dome that we can work with. Right now, the only thing we can really play is a Sanji, and I kind of want to keep the Sanji until, you know, we do have a character with 6,000 power or more. Granted, I do have 2 of them, but, you know, I like to keep my options open. So what I could do, since let's see. See, Sanji's effect is on play. So I'm gonna give, that's 3 on Koala. And I'll attack I don't have any rested dome because I kind of want to hold off on those Sanjis, so I'll just attack the blocker, resolve, and then take Luffy, and I'll give him the remaining dome and attack. Now 7 into 5. I don't know that I'm going to have less than 3 on hand, so I could use her effect. Oh, I don't have a dome on her to do it. And I'm going to try to remember to keep 1 Dawn so I can use I can try the counter on this card. I haven't been able to try it, so I don't know how it works just yet. I want to see if it works in the sim. So for this one, I'm just going to take the hit. Okay, so we got us another one, which I'll probably just use as a 2K counter. So no trigger effect, and that's all I can really do with Luffy. Turn the turn back over to Nami. We hit the refresh, draw a card, draw a Dawn. Now we have 5 dome to work with. Alright. I kind of want to keep the Charlotte Lola and the Tony Choppers as those counters. Let's see. Okay. I like that Zoro effect right now. It's like the only thing I think I can really play effectively, but you know, I would have liked to use it for something else, but you know, we'll go ahead and play it. Of course, it needs a 2 dome for that, which we're not going to be able to do anyway. So we'll deploy it. We'll give 1 dome to Nami, And we'll attack Nami into Luffy. Since we have two Sanji, I'll use Sanji as the blocker for this one. And I think that's all I can do with this one. So end the turn, turn it back over to Luffy, draw a card. On play, look at 5 cards from the top of the deck, reveal up to 1 Straw Hat crew type other than Nami, add it to your hand, then place the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. That's a pretty decent card. Yeah, it's pretty decent. So we'll draw our Don. Oh no. Alright, let's restart that turn. That was interesting. Okay. Why is it still on Nami? Okay. I gotta be careful, hit the button too many times. Okay, there we go. So we're working with a 6 Don turn. What do y'all think? Should we do the Usopp or the Silvers? I like the idea of having Rayleigh out as a blocker, but I won't be able to use his on-play effect this turn. But that's fine. You know, having a blocker out is a good thing. And you know what? Let's play the Nami first because we might get something even better. So we'll deploy Nami. Start searching. Her ability is look at 5 cards from the top of the deck, reveal 1 Straw Hat crew type other than Nami, add it to hand, and then we can place the rest of the bottom of the deck. So for this Nico Robin, give her 2 Dawn on attacking, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a power of 4,000 or less. It's a pretty good card. Zoro, activate main, give up to 1 Rested Dawn to your leader or one of your characters. That's pretty good. And then another, a 4-cost Zoro. With 2 Dawn, he gets Rush on KO. He may play a red character with 6,000 base power or below other than Zoro from hand. That's a pretty good one too. I say, let's go ahead and add this Zoro. And we'll leave the rest of it in order like that. So we'll turn the cards to deck. Okay. Unfortunately, we won't be able to play it and give him Rush. But we can at least put him on the field and it gives us a little bit of an advantage. And we'll activate her effect. Give one of the rest of Dawn to Luffy. With this, we can go ahead and give that other Dawn to Luffy. That gives him plus 2,000. Even if we did activate his main, which allows us to give 1 character 2 Rested Dawn, that would put Koala up at 3,000. She still can't do anything, so it's not even worth activating it to me. So we'll go ahead and signal the attack to Nami. Okay, I'll trash that card. She becomes 7,000. And no blocker. Counter out, resolve the attack. Excuse me. Alright, so I think that's all I can really do with Luffy. So in the turn it over to Nami, in a refresh, stand everything back up. Okay. Zoro's a 4-cost, 6,000 power character. None of Luffy's characters are turned sideways, so we could go straight for face. Let's take a look and see if there's anything else we can play right now. Let's draw the card. Okay, draw our Don. So we're sitting at 7 Don. I do like that Nico Robin. We could go ahead and play that, and then give the 1 Don to Nami, and swing with Nami and with Zoro. I honestly think that's a good idea. But I might hold off on using that Don so I can try to use that event card just to see what happens. So we'll go ahead and play Robin. Okay. So we can trash 1 life card from Luffy. Okay. Let's see what that card was. It was a blocker. Okay. That's a pretty cool card. Okay, cool. So we can use Nami's card action, which lets us draw a card. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. 8-cost Luffy that has Rush. Okay. So with that, we'll leave that Don. We'll go ahead and take... I'm going to try something a little different from how I normally play. And I'm going to go ahead and attack with my leader and then attack with the character. So 5 for 5. I'm going to ensure that I have no blockers. Okay, and then we can counter out of it, resolve the attack. Okay, because talking as Luffy, we already lost a life this point. Let's try to mitigate that as much as possible. But we're going to swing with Zoro. And again, swing on life. That's 6 for 5. So we'd have to counter out with a 2. We have Usopp. Counter out. Resolve the attack. Alright, cool beans. As far as Nami goes, I think that's all I can do. Again, I'm going to try to use that event card, so I'm going to hold off on that. Turn over to Luffy. We hit refresh, draw the card. We'll draw our Don. Let's see what this is. King Kong Gatling. Give up to 1 of your leader or characters 3,000 power. Then, if your opponent has a character with 7,000 power or more, give up to 1 of your leaders or characters plus 1,000 power for the turn. Yo, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright. Alright, cool beans, cool beans. Alright, let's see. How do we want to play this? How do we want to play this? Well, since we have 2 Rayleighs, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's deploy Rayleigh. Boom. All right. Draw 2 cards and select 1 card to trash. Oh, that's pretty decent. I don't know that we'll be able to use it, but I'll trash this one. Alright. Still gives us 3 dome. Luffy's effect can give 2 rested dome up to one of our characters. That would give Nami 4,000. Zoro sitting at 6. We could probably attack Nami and leader Nami if we give her the 2 rested and 1 active Dawn and still give Luffy a dome. Alright, let's give Luffy his dome. We'll activate okay, we did that. That puts Nami at 4. You know what? Let's give Nami an extra one. We'll go 5. I'm trying to play this how I think I would actually play this. Let's go. Let's give Nami that extra one, and then we'll attack. That puts her at 6. Go 6 into Nami. No blocker. Remember, I didn't want to try this counter. Let's see if this works. So the counter up to the leader gains plus 3,000 during the battle. So that yes, look at that. It puts Nami at 8,000 for 1 dome. Resolve the attack. So the attack does not work. However, Luffy still has some moves up his sleeve. So we're gonna swing excuse me, 5 into Nami. Make sure, yeah, no blocker. 5 into 5. We'll counter out. Resolve. Looks good. Now we'll swing with Luffy. Luffy has 1 on him. That'll make 6. And 6 into Nami. This is why I like the red deck, because you can be very aggressive with red. No blocker. 2K counter, and resolve that one. That's all that I can do with the Luffy deck. Let's turn it over to Nami. Nami gets a refresh. We'll draw our card, draw our dome. Sitting at 9 dome right now, so we can go ahead and play that Luffy this turn. Okay, so if we're looking at the board right now, we can swing into Nami, we can swing into Zoro, we can swing into Luffy. Alright, Nami is sitting at 2K. And Zoro's sitting at 5. I have 2 6K characters on the field right now. And that's before I play anything. So I think what I'm going to do is this. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Zoro and I'm going to attack I'm gonna attack right into Zoro. No blocker. Oh, I did not mean to do that. It'll be alright. Yeah, we'll let the Zoro go. Resolve attack. And then we'll take Nami. Oh, on KO. I'm sorry, what is that? On KO, if a character has it, if you play a red character with 6,000 base power or below, other than Roll over Zoro from your hand, so a 6K character or below, which means I could play out. Oh snap! Look at that, 2 blockers on the field. Oh, nice. So we drew 2 cards. We can discard 1 from hand. Okay, another blocker. Oh, I like it. It's 1K. See, with the Nico Robin, we could potentially KO up a character just for playing the card. I'll say we trashed that one. Okay. We'll take Nico Robin, swing into Nami. We don't really need to save it, so no blocker. Resolve it. Okay. And with this, we can still put our Don on Nami. And go for the attack. 6 to 5. Hit the blocker. 6 to 6. Resolve the attack. Alright. Still down to 8. Let's go ahead and play that Luffy. And Luffy has Rush. So, with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take Luffy and I'm going to attack that Rayleigh. So I can go ahead and get it off the board. So Luffy, when attacked, can trash 1 card from hand, return 1 character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. Then give 1 rested Dome card to leader or another character. If I had remembered that, I could have swung even higher with Nami, and I totally forgot about that. That's why it's important to read your cards. So I'm not going to use his effect because it's not going to. Well, it didn't say. I'm going to try it. It didn't say I couldn't give it to this card. So if I trash this Nami, can I give it to him? So I can't give it to myself. I guess it really doesn't help me out now, does it? I can't give it to myself. Choose 0 targets. Choose 0 friendly targets, so I don't use the effect. No blocker, resolve the attack. That Rayleigh is out of here. And that's all I can really do with Nami, so we'll end the turn it back over to Luffy. Luffy is sitting at 8 Don right now. Draw the card, draw our Don. Luffy is at full 10 Don for this turn. Alright, so with that, let's see what we can do, okay? So give up to 1 leader or characters plus 3,000 power. Then if your opponent has a character with 7,000 power or more, which Nami does, give up to 1 of your leaders or characters plus 1,000 power for the turn. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. You know what? Let's try it. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll give Luffy an extra 3,000 power. Then opponent has 7,000. A character with 7,000 or more, which is R Luffy. Give up to 1 of your leaders or characters an extra 1,000 for the turn. We'll give Rayleigh an extra 1,000, so Rayleigh's up at 7. Luffy's at 8, Rayleigh's at 7, and that's without using Dome, okay? Or we're only using 2 Dome for the event card. Alright? So, with that, so that Nico, while I like the Nico Robin, you know, Nami's doesn't have any characters that fit that criteria, so her effect really won't help us out much in this one. But we can, we could play the Sanji, or we can keep it in hand as a 1k counter, which I like the idea, so it gives us 4k in the hand to try to block with. So that Monkey D. Luffy effect is whenever he's attacking. From how I would play, I would I'm just gonna give a few extra Don to Luffy. With that, now I can I could give Rayleigh, give Rayleigh the extra Don. Look at that. Okay, so now Luffy is swinging at a full 10. Rayleigh is 1, 2, 3. So Rayleigh's swinging at 9. Like, you know, heavy hitters right now. Heavy hitters. So what I would do is I'm gonna get rid of this Luffy, because this Luffy is going to be a problem. So 10 for 8. Let's see, Nami's ability again is I can trash 1 card and the leader gains 2,000. I can't dictate where that goes, so I'm not going to use that on this turn. And no blocker. I could try to save him, but then it leaves me to 1 card in hand. It's not a good idea to me. So I'm just gonna get rid of Luffy. Okay, so with that we can attack with Rayleigh, and like while these cards can hit, I'm going for face. You know, again, 9 to 5. It's hard to counter that out. But Nami's effect, I can gain 2,000 if I trash 1 card, and that'll put me at 7. I'd still need 3 to counter out. I'll just take the hit. No blocker, resolve. Okay, so we get a Brook, which is the blocker, which could be good. So no trigger effect. And just because red is aggressive, what I'm going to do is, yeah, I think I'm going to give the rest of the dome to Koala and strike again, you know, just really hit home. Have no rested dome to give the leader, plus the leader already attacked. So just attack, and we're sitting at 7. I could try to go for face and like really try to map it out. So let's do that. So with that, resolve the attack. The attack did not work. Alright, cool. For Luffy, that's all I really can do. Turn over to Nami, draw our card. Now we're at a full 10 dome for this turn. Let's see what this card does. If your leader is multicolored, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Revealed one Straw Hat Crew type other than Let's Crash This Wedding. Put it into hand. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. Okay, not bad. Okay. So Rayleigh is at 6. Koala is at 1. We've got 2 life cards. Luffy has 3. We'll play this Nico Robin. We'll trash 1 life. We'll use Nami's effect to draw a card. We'll give 1 dome to Nami for her effect. We still have 3 dome that we can work with. Let's go ahead and use this event card. Okay, so remember, for this event, we can look at 5 cards from the deck, reveal 1 Straw Hat Crew type, and put it into hand. Okay. If you have 2 or fewer cards with another one in play, which I do not. Here it is. Those cards in hand return up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less in the owner's hand. Really isn't going to help us a whole lot right now. The 2K counter could, well, but she's not a Straw Hat Crew type. Right now, I think our best bet is to go with the Nami because she's a 2K counter. Let's get Nami in hand. Let's move Sanji up like that. I think that's how we'll do it. We're probably never going to get down that far, but, you know, it'll be alright. So we still have 2 dome that we can use. You know what? Let's give 2 Dawn to Zoro. Attack into Rayleigh. 8-6. No blocker. Let's go ahead and resolve that. Okay. Nico. Let's attack. 6 into 5. No blocker. resolve that attack. And then we'll take Nami and attack 6 into 5. Resolve the attack. Okay. Oh, that's a nice effect. Okay, alright. No trigger effect. And that's all I can really do with Nami for this turn. So we'll turn it over to Luffy. Alright. So for 6 Dome, we can KO up to one of Nami's characters with 8,000 power or less. Okay. Right now, I mean, it's still beneficial, but we wouldn't really have to do that. But we can leave what's in hand. I kind of would like to play some more characters on the field. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get rid of one Nico Robin. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to draw the card, which is there we go. Nice. Okay. Let's play the Nico Robin. Let's see. Deck. 5 cards from the top of the deck and select one Straw Hat crew type other than Nami. And then we can place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. Okay, let's get that. Let's add this to this side. Okay, that looks good. Okay, we're still sitting at 9 cards that we can, or 9 Dune cards that we can use. Okay, we can play out the Luffy. He's a 6K character. We'll go 6 at face. Remember he can give leader 1 rested dome. So nice, he gives 1 dome to to leader. Let's not trash any cards. And no blockers. 6 to 5. 7. Resolve that attack. Okay. We still have 4 dome which we can work with. We can give 4 to Koala, make her a 5 count or 5 call. I mean 5,000 power, and then attack with her. Or, you know what? Let's flood the field a little bit. Let's play Zoro. Okay, and then with that, we can use Koala's action, give Luffy another rested dome. That puts him at 7. And then take Luffy. and we'll attack into Nami. And as Nami, I'm just going to take the hit. Okay, no trigger effect. And that's all that I can do with Luffy for this turn. We'll draw the card. Okay, and this is what I was looking for. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll keep the... We don't really have to, because it's going to have rush. Let's play out Luffy. Deploy Luffy. And look at this effect. Trash one card from hand when attacking. Return one character with a cost of 4 or less to the owner's hand. So we could probably send that Zoro back to hand. Then give up to 1 Rested Dawn to leader. Okay, so we're going to attack. Let's go ahead and attack at face. We'll trash this Usopp. Okay, and what was it? Then give 1 Rested Dawn to leader or character. We'll give the Rested Dawn to Nami. Hold on. Trash 1 card from hand. Select 1 character of 4 to the owner's hand. We'll select Zoro to go back to hand. We'll give 1 Rested Dawn to Nami. Okay, that allows her effect to come into play. And then, does Luffy have a blocker? No, no blocker. It would take 4 to cancel out this attack. Can we do that? Oh, we don't even have enough to do that. So resolve the attack. And that koala has no trigger effect. We can use Nami's action to draw a card. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is we'll put 2 Don right here on Nico Robin. Take Nico Robin and we'll attack at face again. That's 8 to 5. So again, we need 4 to get out of it. That's 1, 2, 3. So we wouldn't be able to do that. We don't have any Dawn that we can use this as a counter either. So we'd have to take the hit, and Nami wins. Alright, that was a good game. It definitely taught me a lot. I do like that red Luffy deck. I think it's a little bit stronger than I thought it was going to be. So I'm curious about actually playing this out, not just against myself but against other people. I think this was a really cool deck. If you haven't already, I would recommend at least trying the Learn Together set. It is a great, so far it's been a great deck, 3 decks to play with. It does teach you the basics of the game, and they are full decks. You can actually, as you saw, you can actually have a decent game with these decks. Now, I'm not going to suggest taking it to locals tournament or anything like that. You're probably not going to win, but it will still be a good time. So make sure you leave comments, questions below in the comment area, and we'll catch you the next time.